life. Okay, Buddhism is the way of life. It's not belief system. It's the educational system. To study yourself, especially body and mind, is the hard teaching of the Buddha. So when we thambun, that we call thambun, making merit, by dana, give first. The three states of thambun in Buddhism start with dana, give, donation, be generous, generosity. Dana, sila means morality. When the people start offer food or thambun, making merit, they start with request 5 precepts. The 5 precepts is the basic rule for Buddhists. Number 1 is not to kill, not to harm the living things or living creatures. Not to kill, not to harm. That's the sila or the precept number 1. Number 2, not to steal or not to take what is not given to you. That I explain why you have to offer food to the monks. You have to hand it by hand because to prevent the rule number 2. Because the monk cannot take, if you set the food in the table, I cannot touch, I cannot eat because against the rule. So you have to offer to give. This is the rule number 2. And the rule number 3 is not to commit adultery, commit sexual misconduct. The Buddha allowed to have only single wife, single husband, not to have both or have more than one in the same time. If you have more than one wife in the same time, maybe cause a problem. So the precept number 3, not to commit sexual misconduct or something like misuse of you to have more and more. Number 4 is not to tell a lie. Have to be truthfulness, especially in the family with your wife or your relatives, your colleagues, your co-workers or whatever, especially for your boss. So if you tell a lie or you use the false speech or something like a use of verbal activity, is not correct, is not good, is not truth, that's the problem. So the rule number 4 is not to tell lies to anyone. And number 5 is not to take intoxicants, drink and drug, especially alcohol. So sura, meraya, machapama is a Pali word. To prevent, to take alcohol and beverage and mix with alcohol. Because the alcohol is affected to the brain, affected to the mind, especially mindfulness. This is the hard teaching in Buddhism. We develop the mind to get mindfulness. The mindfulness is the one thing that we need to live our life in every moment. Be with mindfulness, and then you will be safe from dangerous inside and outside. Outside the activity outside you, if you do without mindfulness or do without be mindful, you will cause the accident. For instance, when you drive the car, when you walk across the street or somewhere else, use mindfulness all the time. And use mindfulness inside means that to maintain the normal emotion, the normal manner. Because something that's attack your mind by your eyesight, when you see something, when you hear something, when you smell, when you taste, when you touch, or even you sit quietly, but your mind is wandering somewhere. And you think about the past, it's already gone, but something is a very hard situation in your life also, you feel uncomfortable with that feeling, or something that's very impress you, very good feeling, but it's already gone. If you still cling to that, means that you carry the past with your shoulder. So in Buddhism, Buddha said that you have to be in the present moment, not to worry too much about the future. It's not come yet. Not to worry too much about the past. It's already gone. You cannot correct it, the past. Okay? It's useless to think about the past. So Buddha said, you have to be in the present moment. Present moment is a sati or mindfulness. As I told you, the sati is very important to lead our life. So when you are all, or the lay people, they take 5 precepts. That's the basic rule. Every Buddhist they acts in precept. But okay, some people they don't understand what the sila is. Sila is the moral code. That's a control your bodily action. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5 is a bodily action, bodily activities. May be wrong. So precept number 1 to prevent you to not to harm the other, and then number 2 is to respect the owner, you not to take the thing from there without permission. This is also show your respect. And number 3, you show your respect to your wife to show respect to you, to be truthfulness to each other. And number 5 also, control the bodily action is number 5. So number 4 is a control verbal action. This is very important, very easy to, to make your mind or make your people not feel comfortable or not be unhappy. Suppose you say something that harm them, they're not happy. So speak in the usefulness, truthfulness, and usefulness. That's the good speech. So sila, the morality code, can control body action, verbal action, and for mental action, so you have to deal with meditation. So the 3 states of practice in Buddhism: Thana, this is a gift, you already offer food to the monk or whatever. And then sila is a morality, to 5 precepts will control body action, and body, mental action is control with the meditation. Number 2, meditation. We meditate. The purpose of meditation to cultivate mindfulness, to develop the mind, to increase the mind, to increase the ability of the mind. Because the mind, the scattering mind or wandering mind, is not useful mind. It's a weakened mind. So the fresh mind means that the mind with mindfulness, and the mind that you sit in meditation and get calm, clear, and cool mind. Calm mind, clear mind, and cool mind. And then get wisdom. Number 3, sila, samadhi, panya. Sila, morality, samadhi is a meditation, and panya is a wisdom. The last one is a panya, is from the cultivation of mindfulness. When you be mindful, when you know what is right, what is wrong, you go through the right way, and then the wisdom is there. Like in the Eightfold Path, right understanding, right thought is the panya category. Right livelihood, right speed, right action, and this is the sila category. Right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration is the meditation category. So this is they call 3-4 training. People ask me that how to start practice Buddhism. So you have to practice in the 3-4 training, sila, samadhi, panya. The teaching of the Buddha in the text, 84,000 topics. 84,000 story. Too much. How can we start? How can we learn? It put in the books, big book like this, 45 volumes, 45 books. They call Tipitaka or Patraipidak, or Pali Canon. Yeah. The same Catholic they call Bible.
Yeah, we have the Bible.
Bible, the Jesus teaching only one Bible. They have Old Testament and New Testament. In Buddhism, we have 45, big, see? And Buddha, he taught 45 years. The Buddha taught us 45 years in his lifetime. So he left the palace. In the history, the Buddha left the palace in 29 years old, ordained as a monk, as an ascetic, practiced in the forest for 6 years. And he get enlightenment when he was 35 years. And becomes Buddha in 35 years, start teaching until he 80. And then he died, 80 years old. So 45 years he taught us. They divide into three categories, his teaching. Sutanta Pidok, Vinay Pidok, Abhidhamma Pidok. Okay, three baskets, three containers that we call Tipitaka. One sutra is the story about the Buddha and his disciple. And another is Vinaya, is a rule and regulation. Contained with rule and regulation, the monk have 227 rules. For the lay people, you have 5, like I just mentioned. And for the lay practitioner, they wear white or like a nun, they have 8. And for the novice, the one who ordained but did not reach the higher ordination yet, we call novice, 10 precepts. That's the rule. And for the monk, we have full ordination, 227. And for the bhikkhuni, the female monks are 311 rule. Something like that altogether that we call Vinaya. That's a Vinaya. And the last one is the Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is the metaphysics, the highest philosophy in Buddhism. They are talking about Jit, mind, Jedasik, object of the mind. Rup means the form. And Nibbana, the last one, the extinction of suffering that we call Nibbana. So in Abhidhamma, talking about 4 categories. Jit, Jedasik, Rup, Nibbana, only 4. So this is the highest teaching in Buddhism. So, but in conclusion, 84,000 contained into 3. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Morality, meditation, wisdom. That's all. So today I'm very happy to come and see all of you.
Me too.
Because of Kun Mẹ, Jenia or Kun Lamai, that she knows you, all of you, and then we come to the Namtok Niagara Falls to establish the new temple in Grand Island, so that we call Wat Prot Ke Chetharam. Tomorrow we will have grand opening for that. So there's a good opportunity to come and see all of you, and then I myself stay in Watai, Washington DC for 27 years already, and I came to Niagara Falls or this area very often. So if I have opportunity in the near future, I'll come back again.
Yes.
I will come and see you again
Yes.
next time. Okay, so in the end of my talk, I would like to bless all of you, you, Deb and Kun Sai Chon, Kun Nga, and families, and your daughter, and everyone who be with you or in the past. Means that someone who passed away or whatever, our parents or ancestors who passed away, we dedicate the good deed that we have done today, that we call Thambun in Thai, or making merit, to offer them the thing that you prepare for the monk, the food and donation or whatever. So by the power of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, we wish them be well and happy, and we wish all the people around us, our relatives, our co-workers, our colleagues, we wish them be well and happy without obstacle in their life, success in their life, and finally they can reach the final goal, that the peace forever in the mind, and you are all, you both of you, be happy, be healthy in body and mind, and have a long life, success in your life. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Now start pouring the water เอาต่อไปตรวจน้ำพระสงฆ์จะได้ให้พรเป็นภาษาบาลี to dedicate to them by the use the water as a tool. ยะถาวาริวหาปุราภริปุเรนติสาคารังเอวะเมวะอิโตทินังเปตานังอุปกปปติอิจิตังปริตังตุมหังคิปะเมวะสมิจตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังฆปันจันโทปนรสโสยะถามณิโชติรสโสยะถา
สัพเพเตโยเววันชันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยภาเวนัสสทาโสจิภวันตุเต